So, hi all. Hope I'm audible to all.
Yes, ma'am.
Others respond in the chat box or at least.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Audible, ma'am.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes. So sorry for the last moment I have informed that I would be taking up at 7:30. So only for today it is. I am supposed to take at 7 o'clock only. Since I was facing some issue at my end, that is the reason I have postponed it. Because simply if I join at 7 and again some issue at the internet, it gets logged out again. I think it's a waste of time. That is the reason I have told it at the 7:30 will start. So I hope now there is no issue with respect to my voice. Yeah. So coming back to the class, as I explained yesterday, basic terminology data, database we have understood, and why we should be learning SQL is what we have got as an idea. So let us move on with the further concepts. Basically, what is this database? So when I say database, everyone, I think there are few in waiting room. Just give me a minute. I'll set that. Okay. Yeah. So others also joining the session. Yeah. And if you said that they have the other class at 8 o'clock, if I'm not wrong. See, only for today, as I said, if you are unable to continue with the session post 8 o'clock, please go through the recording at least before coming to tomorrow's session. However, the recording will be shared today only by night. So your duty is that before coming to next session, whatever would be thought, do complete it and come back for next, or else it would be difficult for you also to understand where others would have been already into it. And if you are asking the same doubts what we have discussed today, it's a waste of time for both of us. I have no problem, again I can explain it, but we will miss out with the other concepts, right? So as I mentioned, within the time period whatever I have told, I have to be completing it, and I want it to be in the same way. So if you are facing an issue of few doubts, are there other things, you have my number. I have I am also in your group, or you can privately message to me. There are many students who messaged me in the previous day. Only thing is, immediately I cannot respond because I am the one who have to respond to all 80-90 students. So you imagine. So within immediate response I cannot give, but within 24 hours I would give it. So this is one thing I can tell. Please don't call. Again, I would request that, because post 9:30, even I am a family member who would be staying with my family. Post that, if I have to receive your call and address it, I'm not telling that you should never call. If it is emergency, tomorrow you have an interview and you have a major doubts today, 100%, please give me a call, or keep me a message at least previous day. So I would address that. But for a small doubts, like if you keep on calling, for you it is only you, but there are many students who will do the same thing again and again, right? So it could be difficult for me to connect with all and clear the doubts. So what I would do is, keep me a message, you have this doubt, and I'll try to address that through the message. If still it is not clear, I will connect through like Zoom meeting only, and I'll clear the doubts. Okay. So yeah, coming back to session, let me just share the screen. Hope everyone have completed previous record. Everyone have watched the previous recording, right? Kindly response. Great. Yeah. See, I can tell one thing. People I have noticed. So for just 2 days, like yesterday and today, I am interacting with you people. I can see there is a Sachin, Ankita, Payal, Kiran, Shashi, Ajit, Gautam. There are several names who continuously interacting. Why I say always interact is that, see, if it is an offline session, how it would be, I can identify them by seeing their faces. But unfortunately, post COVID, the things have changed. The things are working in hybrid mode, online, like this. So in this case, what will happen, I want like a few companies comes with only for the database requirement. So that time we would require a few good students who have good knowledge in database. Whether you are good at the other things, it doesn't matter, but at least in the database, if you're good, there are high chances of getting into a company. So that time I have to prefer or give few list of students to the company. So if you are familiar to me, 100% I would respond. See, the QA session would be there, the mock sessions would be there, I would ask the questions there, I'll get an idea. But still, in the meeting, we will be continuously responding. I get an idea, okay, if the student are interacting, they are attentive in the session. And sometimes when I raise up a question, if you are quickly answering it, I get an idea. I like your name will be familiar to me. Whether it is wrong, correct, it is secondary part. But at least if you're trying to answer, then that means you are paying attention in the session. This is my major requirement, which I want with everyone. Currently, there are 50 or 60 students who are there. I want 60 responses. That it's not like I am teaching for only one student here. Whatever I am conveying, it is for all 60, and all 60 should get the offers. If that is the case, then 60 should respond here. Okay. I should be a little loud. Okay. Let me just connect to your phone so that my voice will be properly audible. Yeah, just give me a minute. Am I audible now? Am I loud?
Audible.
Just a minute. Yeah. Okay. Is the screen visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yesterday I had asked one thing. Doubts, I would keep it at the end. Last 10 to 15 minutes, whatever doubts you have, you can clarify it. Now keep every doubts aside. Whatever I'll be listening, I'll be telling it, kindly listen to it properly. If then also your doubt is not clear, let me know. Okay. Yeah. So I had asked for this, right? To download Oracle software. So let me just go down. Yeah, I think it is visible here, Oracle. If you have downloaded from the internet, it will ask for your login. Okay, you have to log in. You have to create one Oracle account. Then you have to download. And when you're downloading, it could be Oracle 12G, like that, like the updated version would be there. Sonali is saying that my voice is not clear. Please others respond. Is it not clear?
It's clear, madam. You can proceed.
Sonali, please check at your end. Check your internet connection. Yeah, coming back to this.
Right now clear.
Okay, okay. So here, as I mentioned, in the internet, if you are downloading it, you have to download, like you have to create your account, go to Oracle, then there the whatever the updated version will be there, that you have to download. Ma'am, whatever you have given, it is Oracle 10G. Whatever the updated version will be there, if I download that, will it be any problem? No, no problem at all. You can work on both. But what will happen is a few commands are there where you have to, like, setups, you have to be doing it in the upgraded version. So if you are a fresher and you are into using the database for first time, because as I heard that there are technical background students and non-technical background students. So first time, I am not keeping this technical and non-technical. I am starting from scratch. Whether you know, whether you don't know, I would be teaching it from scratch. So I want it to be clear to everyone. So if you are downloading it from online, what will happen is still it works, but sometimes some commands you have to set up first in the upgraded version. So that for a few of them, you have downloaded the different version. Again, you should be setting up in a different way. The other student, the different version, I should be setting up that as a different way. So that time it becomes difficult for me to address your doubts only. So why to waste so much of time? Your major concern is what? To learn SQL, to learn how the data to be managed or data to be tested. For that, concepts are important. So first learn in the basic version, then you can upgrade yourself with the updated one. What is that you have to do with the updated one? That is simple. So once if you learn the basic one, so that is the reason I share the link to download. So if you download this, as I have shared one document, let me just go back to that quickly. So there is an installation guide which I have shared. Yeah. Somewhere, where is it? Okay, yeah. I'm just opening the document. Please observe everyone. As I told, first pay attention. Don't be in hurry with that. You are the one who should be installing it first, executing first. No. First understand, then do it on your own slowly. Okay. So this is procedure for Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. If you somewhere see this, understand it is an Express Edition, XE. The one who are from the Java, the development domain, you would be seeing this XE in your advanced Java also. So do remember that. Okay. So coming back to this, so when you try to download that, when you click on that particular, this one, the file, application file, where is it? Yeah. It would be downloaded into a system. It would be there in the downloads. When you double click on that, it takes some time, and it will start rotating, and it will ask for you, like this is what it will ask. Okay, welcome to the install Shield Wizard for the Oracle database, which is 10G Express Edition. And you have to just tell how usually you download. There would be a number of things. I mean, how you install it. Even when you're installing application in your mobile phone, you just do next, submit, right? You never read that. Now also you do the same job. That next, after that, it will be giving you some information, like it will take some time to load all the files. If you remember, yesterday I told Oracle is it is a heavyweight software. Why it is heavyweight software? Few also asked, ma'am, I am comfortable with MySQL. Can I go with that database management system? Of course you can go, but when you are going with the MySQL or other, there are a few things where you have to go with the PLSQL also. Means you have to again use a few functionalities what we have will not be supported only by SQL in MySQL. So then you have to use upgraded language there, PLSQL. So I know there would be a lot of confusion, ma'am, why this PLSQL came into existence? What is this SQL? That only we have a lot of confusion. Then again PLSQL. So only I told, understand one database management system thoroughly. As I mentioned, this Oracle database is a heavyweight software. It is used for the large projects. In other words, when you go to the industry, most of the projects works under this Oracle. I'm not telling that MySQL is not used or others are not used. No, I'm not telling that. They have been using in a few companies regarding on their projects. But Oracle, almost you will find everywhere. If you know Oracle, you can play with other databases management system. What is used in every management system? It is SQL only. The way we write here and there will be changed. Ma'am, I didn't get. So maybe if I have to make it clear, everybody knows Java. Which type of language it is? Is it procedural oriented, or is it structural, or is it object oriented?
Object oriented.
Or if you are clear with that, it is object oriented. What about C++? It is
Also object
object oriented. Good. What about Python?
Same it is, ma'am.
So all of you agree, right? So the examples which I have given, it is all those languages are object oriented. When I say encapsulation, don't you think the concept is same in C++ also, Java also, Python also? when you learn one object-oriented programming language, currently you're learning Java. Few who belongs to testing will be learning core Java. Few who belongs to development will be learning core Java, advanced Java, but whatever. But Java you are learning, which is object-oriented. When we say encapsulation, just because you learned in Java, will you face difficulty to learn encapsulation in C++? 100% no. Syntax may vary, that I will agree, but you will be able to understand it. You will be able to easily grasp how to write the code in C++ once you get to know in Java, since it is object oriented. Same thing will happen in this. So if I have to tell the major difference between the other database management system and the Oracle, few knowledge of Oracle you should understand, few features of Oracle you should understand. Then only I can explain you the other thing. Simply if I say, okay, this is non-relational, this is relational, nothing you'll understand. You will just buy at it and you'll just omit the same thing in the interview. So I don't want that to happen. Whatever you're learning, understand it. Okay. So I would be taking up now with the Oracle. I'll speak about others also, just pay attention. Yeah, so this is what will be there. It takes some time and it will load. All the files will be downloaded and it gets installed. So once it is done, this option would be asked, do you want to launch this database homepage shortcut in your screen? So that is in the as like after installing, if you check this, by default it would be checked. Okay, if you uncheck, nothing will happen. If you check this, once you tell finish, automatically the database homepage will get opened. Okay, sometimes when you have not clicked, need not worry. Don't okay, I didn't do this step, what to do, nothing to worry. It's okay, you can still find the software once installed. What you should get majorly after this step, you should get the screen. That means your setup is complete almost. And if you tell finish, fine, well and good. But during the process, during this installation process, first time when you have established this home page, this is called as home page. Once it gets established, login page, what it will do, the first time, whatever the password and the username you give, by default it would be system for the username, and the password you have to give it. No ma'am, I'm not happy with this system, I will give my name and I will give the different password. Please give, but you should remember that in every time, the moment I open the database, I will be giving system only. So most of you, first time you would have given your name, second time when you open, you would have forgotten what you have given as a username and the password. You will be checking, it says no, the password is wrong or username is wrong. I cannot remember your password, no. So only I'm telling, if you are comfortable and you can remember what you have given, or you can do one thing, in your SQL notes, you can somewhere make a note, Oracle username and password, whatever you give, that you write down, or else system you write down, you use simple as that, because I will be using every time system only. So there would be no confusion. No ma'am, I'm very much strict to it. I want to give my girlfriend name only, boyfriend name only. It is up to you. You can give whatever you want. I don't restrict in that, but only thing you should remember. Ma'am, even after telling so many times, no, you people can still find in your respective groups, many people will start sending that message. Ma'am, I have given the correct password and username, still it says wrong password and username. You can find out by end of the day tomorrow. I would say this to install. No, many people will start sending these messages. I have only one doubt, that when you have given correct username, correct password, is that your system is angry on you, that it will give, no, you have given the wrong password? Definitely no, right? If you have given some wrong password, then only it will says that it is not matching. So no system will be angry on you. You should, machine is something that whatever you tell, it will do. So understand your machine and work with that. So only I am telling, remember what you give as a username and password. If you have so much of problem of remembering, just give system and system. What cases you are giving, uppercase, lowercase, that also please do remember. Okay. So after all this, Once you click on login, this is how it would be viewed. This is called as home page. Administration, object, browser, SQL, that is SQL, utilities like this. What does this will understand? But this is called to be home page. If till here it is coming, your installation is done, you should be happy. So that is what would be today's assignment for you to complete till here. So once after this, now if till here it comes, problem is that for few of them, like when you install it, I hope the home screen of desktop is visible. My home screen is visible, right? Desktop screen. Yeah. Here, if you notice, can you see the shortcut here? This is how it would be created for you. Get started with the Oracle. This is how the same way it would be created for you once you install. So what you have to do is, you should suppose, remember, I don't want this doubt to be asked again. So only I'm repeating it again and again. What usually you do whenever applications are there, like for example, Eclipse is there, Edit Plus is there, you directly go to that and open. Like that, if you open this, suppose I'll click on this and get open, it will ask, okay, for using what you want to open. I'll tell, okay, you use Google Chrome. So how the things will be opened? It would be opened in the format of document. See, this is how it comes. Means it is like a document now, readable format. It is not an application which got opened. It is just a document type which has been opened. You can just read all that. Now comes the question, then how to open this Oracle Express Edition? So how to open this? Once you are done with that installation, close everything, go to all applications, that is start button. Mine is Windows 11. This is how the operating system works in mine. If you are using the previous version, please check how it is. My only intention is go to start. The moment you go to start, it would be like this. I would tell all apps. Once all apps will be there, just scroll down, means where you find O. See, Oracle Database 10G Express Edition. The moment you reach here, I think you can see this drop down. Just click on that drop down. The moment you click on the drop down, you can see a number of options under that: backup database, get started, home page, online, many things. For me, you have to what I want you to go is go to database home page. Ma'am, every time I should go to start, every time I should go to all apps, then go to O or the Oracle database, then click on this. I know you people are so much busy in your lives and you cannot go easily to, you cannot, perform so many steps. For that reason only, I have other option also. But first time when you're opening, do this one. So I'll tell, or I'll click on this. And I click on that, you can observe it has been opened in the browser only. Okay, the moment it has been downloaded, it has been installed, I am getting this option. I have given both in lower cases and I have saved in my system. So it is by default giving me the username and password, and I would tell login. If you are doing for the first time, you have to enter that. Okay, during the installation only it will ask. Okay, then I tell login. The moment I say login, this is the home page of Oracle. As I mentioned, ma'am, I cannot perform so many steps. What is the other alternative? Very simple. How you bookmark in your WhatsApp, how you bookmark other pages in your Chrome browser. Here also I have a bookmark option. See here, bookmark this tab. Can you all see this star symbol here? I know most of you know how to bookmark, but as I mentioned, there are the people from non-tech background also, so I'm telling you this. Okay, so I'll click on this bookmark option. It will ask, okay, what is the name of this bookmark you want to save it? I'll tell Oracle software, Oracle DB, I'll give database software until 2023. I have handled it for many batches, right? So I have given it like this so that I can easily come to conclusion. Maybe I'll give it as June 2023. What is the folder name I want it to be? Let it be in the other bookmark. See, you can just directly save it. For my convenience, I'm giving it here. I'll tell again here. We'll tell it as SQL June 2023. I'll save it. The moment I save it, I'll just go to new tab. If you observe, I have many things. This is one bookmark, my mail, Microsoft account, the batch details, one folder is there, SQL. But what I have currently saved it, SQL June 2023. So freshly, if you open, this is how it would be there. So every time you go to browser, means if you want to type any data queries, then you should go to Chrome or your whatever browser you are using, right? That browser you can go. Since it is bookmarked, it would be there here. I'll click on that folder and you can see one option. The Oracle DB software June 23. Whatever name you will save, the same thing will be there. I'll click on this. The moment I click on this, I'll get this particular page. After some time, if I open, again it will ask for login. That you should remember. That's it. So till here, is it clear? 100% I'm telling you, out of 60, 70 students, like you are there, right? 30 students will have the doubts. Maybe sometimes your system issues or maybe other issues. But take this as first challenge. When your friends are facing issue and when they put up their screenshot of problems they are facing, you also take the initiative and try to guide them. And when I say try to guide them, only if you know, you guide them. So don't think that, okay, if my friend learns this installation process, then I would not get the chance of getting into a company. I will not get no. When you start teaching something, guiding something to your friends, you will learn better. So one day I'm telling, so when your friends ask few doubts in your respective groups, not today, like I am not telling only for today onwards, let it be in any technologies, you start interacting, no? It is group is created for the technical discussion. It is not only for meant for, okay, meeting will start at this time, please join. Meeting is not there today or tomorrow, not for only for that. That is one part of group, why we use the group. But other than this, it is meant for technical discussion. Don't post, oh, good morning, good night, how are you? No, it is not for the personal chats there. It is basically meant for technical discussion. Utilize that. And when you start utilizing the group for that, 100% many ideas you'll get. Suppose your friend got into one company, like he is attending the interview. He got few questions in the interview, which he is not able to answer. Let him put that question into your group. Hi friends, I got this questions in so interview. Others also will get an idea. They'll give the solution. So where your time is also reduced to find the solution, you will also learn. Your friend also will spend some time to understand the questions there. 60 students in a groups. So you imagine 60 different brains will work. So like this only you can improvise yourself. There is nothing called as you should go scan complete YouTube, scan complete Google, nothing like that. Start in a basic steps. Never have this mindset, okay, I am very quick like a robo. If I just keep the book like this, I'll scan. No. Start with step by step. If you're learning just half sheet of knowledge, then that should be there throughout your life. This is how you have to learn. And whatever you learn, just yourself when you're sleeping, just recall today what I learned, okay, I learned about this installation or how I did that. Just recall the steps. You forgot the steps, it's okay. Tomorrow when you woke up, when you start to sit to revise, or before joining the session 5 minutes before, whatever you have forgotten, just glance at once. And I'm telling you, that is the best way to revise. Few students will be there, when I say revise, no, they keep up the book in front of them, start reading loudly. No, you are grown up, you're mature enough to, and you're future professionals now. So how you have to revise? Just sit, recall it. Or you have any cousins, sisters, brothers, you tell them, okay, this is one thing called as Oracle, this is a software. They might think, okay, this fellow has got mad or what. It says today all of a sudden he came, he's telling all this. It's okay, they don't want job, you want job now. So just recall it. This tip, it is not only for a SQL, I'm telling, it is for all the technology to improvise yourself. I hope you are getting it. Okay, yeah. So after you do all these steps, that means you are there in this particular software. Now you can start using it. So maybe I'll just click on this SQL. I wanted to tell you one point here. Everybody knows that when you start typing a program, like for example Java, since most of you are learning Java or completed Java, I am taking the Java example. You would be using Eclipse or Edit Plus or IntelliJ or a few other IDEs there. So what you do, you go to particular code editor there, open that, start type the programs. And that programs, whatever you type, will be in a high level language, and you compile and execute. This is what you do. Simply for remembering the steps, I recalled it. Now, coming back to Oracle, if I have to execute anything, you have a commands execution. This is all about the administration part. Some permission should be granted, all that. I'll come to this. You need not worry about other three things present here. I would specifically go with this SQL, where you can see this command line, the black screen. There is a drop down. I will click on that. Other two things, keep it pending. I'll go with this commands. Enter command. The moment I do that, you can see one screen. A few people who are using MySQL, they were showing up yesterday. One student, one of your friends showed, right? MySQL workbench. That is same as this one. Whatever you type will be there, and you have to execute that. And there, what you have to do, SQL commands which belongs to MySQL, you should type. Something like encapsulation code which belongs to C++, you should type. Here what I have to do, encapsulation code like for Java, whatever it belongs to, that I have to type. It's two different things of encapsulation only I should be doing. Like that, SQL only I should type. Here, rules of Oracle I should follow. Their rules of MySQL I have to follow. Ma'am, is it not same? 90% same, 10% changes will be there. But initially you will not make, you will not see so much of difference. But I would suggest that learn one database thoroughly first, then you explore all others. It is simple as that. To in the interview also, if they are asking, they never demand, oh no, you should do this only. One database, if you know, more than sufficient. They'll also understand. Since many companies ask for Oracle, MySQL also they'll ask, but one if you know, you can easily learn other. That is the reason I'm telling you. Okay, so this is how it would be there. Let's explore this. Now there is something called as auto commit. CRUD operations will be there. Transactions will be there. These are the concepts I'm telling. In Oracle, something called as CRUD operations, so transactions we have. There you will understand about this auto commit. So currently keep it pending. Then it says display 10. If you just click on this, there are options. What is this, ma'am? Means suppose I type some command, the query I'll type and I'll execute. When I execute, the table output, whatever will be there, will be shown below. See here, results. Here it would be shown. For your reference or for your understanding, need not worry what is this select, what I'm doing. If you will be knowing that, maybe I'll just tell like this. I'll explain one by one. Just for example, see, I have already created one table in my Oracle database. Somewhere it is stored and it is visible. Since I have told display, it is selected 10. Can you all see here? It is viewing only 10 columns. I mean, 10 rows, sorry. We should not be calling it as rows column. We should be telling it as for all this single row or whatever we have, right? Horizontal part, we call it as a record. This first one is a Sachin record. Second one, a Vinod record. Or we can also call it as tuple. Okay, I'll give that note, need not worry. And vertical part, we call it the vertical inside that, the column. Inside that, whatever I have attributes. Sachin is one attribute. Tendulkar is one attribute. This is one attributes. So I'll give that note. So if you write that note and somewhere, and whenever you're going for interview, since we will be using the terms regularly in our class, so you will get used to it. Okay. So I'm just showing you. If I select this display as 10 records will be visible. More than 10 rows available. Increase the rows selected to view more rows. See here, display, I will make it as 30. And again select run. So we have 20 rows. It shows the total rows. I have 20. Ma'am, why these orders are changed? We will discuss one by one. Main intention is to just explain this command line first, editor first. Yeah, this is done. Then results are this, where you get the output. Explain. As of now, it is not required. You might get confused, like whatever table you will be using based on the. Okay, just keep it pending. Even this, you keep it pending. Saved SQL. Sometimes you will be writing the queries. Maybe 10 or 20 queries you have written. If you close this and again open, this will not be there. It gets deleted. Means in the table it will be there. Whatever commands you have typed, that will not get. It will not be present here in the commands. Okay. So in this screen, it will not be visible. So what I would do, I'll tell this complete code, whatever I have written, to be saved. So when I say save, it will ask on what name you want to save. I will tell BJS Hub, June 2023, sample. If you want to give the description, you can give. If not, just neglect. I'll tell save. When I say, when I do that, maybe I will again refresh and I'll go to SQL. Can you see this last one? Whatever query I have executed that have been saved in a description called as sample and in the name called as BGS Sub June 2023. I will select it. I'll tell run. Again, I can execute that particular query. If you have n number of like multiple queries you have written, how to execute that also I'll demonstrate. Still, you don't know how to write the query, so I have just shown you one part. And you can also see there is something called as CSV export. Means whatever the like this one, this columns, rows, or the table we have, it is visible in the Oracle commands in the output screen. But I want this to be there as a rough sheet with me, so that if by seeing this table, I will write a query. By saying the table only, you should be writing the query. Each time you cannot tell select star from employees, then go to this table, then search. No, that is a tedious task, right? So what I can do is I can just tell, please export the table details. When I say that, it would be downloaded in the form of Excel. I'll just show that. I'm trying to open. When I try to open, you can notice can you all see whatever I had there? It is there here. Detailedly you can see like this. If it is there, easily by seeing this, you can start writing the code in your command line. So here you can come back, you can start writing it. Instead of telling is no execute each time, by seeing the table, you can run here. This is one thing which I wanted to explain about this complete software. Okay, so we have not executed any basic queries. I have just given you intro about the software. Major intention today is to install the software in your respective systems. Many will face issue, all that issue will if we set up. From tomorrow onwards, we can quickly start writing the writing the queries. I'm telling you, writing queries is just like a game. If you are paying a good attention in the session, and when we give the question, especially I don't have the habit of writing like, I'll write everything, I'll only write the solution, and I'll only explain that at your end, whether you're listening, whether you are speaking with your friend or chatting with, I don't cannot analyze it. I am not to like that. When I'm explaining, I would always judge. Even there are 60 or 40 students, I would be monitoring each and every student, how many are attentive in the session and how many are responding it. If you're responding correct answers, then I can judge how you're thinking. So only I'm telling it now. Only once I explained, I would definitely ask the question. So when I ask the question, it is not to make you uncomfortable in the session. It is only to make you understand how you like where you stand in the technical part. If you're giving a wrong answer, it's okay. In front of me only you're telling, I'm there to guide you. But if you do the same mistake in front of the interview, then they'll reject you. So I don't want that to happen. Whatever answer comes to your mind, please be open about it. Just tell. I would correct that mistakes here only. Getting it? Yeah. Coming back to this, I have few notes to give. Quickly, somewhere you can make a point of it. By reading this, you can have few idea about the this SQL part. I hope that everybody are maintaining a separate note for this. Don't think that just because of 16 days I have told it would be very less content. No. Within 16 days, almost 180 pages will be covered. So I want everybody to maintain separate notes, at least in your system you maintain, if in case you are not using a book. Okay, so types of databases. Every time I'm speaking, right, there are types of databases. Means Oracle is one, but how it is segregated, why it is segregated, that you have to understand. Means one database thoroughly you have to get to know. So I would say there is something called to be, just pay attention everyone. You can copy later, but pay attention first. I'll tell something that there is something called as relational, or maybe I can say that it is also called as SQL database. Interview 100%, this question will be asked. What is relational database? And the same way, the other side, we also have one more, which is called to be a non-relational database. Non-relational database, or it is also called as NoSQL. NoSQL or NoSQL database. So in the initial stage, you will not understand what is this. So a lot of confusion will be there. I'll explain that one by one. Yeah. So when the question is asked, so for your beginning, like since you're starting to learn about the database now, I'm telling it that. So initially in the interview, if you speak about these two parts, it is more than sufficient. But then don't come to conclusion only these two are there. There are several types, but you being a beginner, you have to know these two types. what is it, why is it, and all. So maybe for an example, I'll tell under what you are currently learning. So in the session, you will be learning about this left-hand side part, which is called to be relational database. For example, we are learning about Oracle, or if you go through or you are comfortable with MySQL, even that is also relational database. There is something called as Microsoft SQL Server, that is also a relational database. Postgres SQL, like this, many examples we will get. All this belongs to a relational database. What is it? I'll come to that point. Just have the example like this. Same way, yesterday one student told that, ma'am, MongoDB is there, Redis is there, Couchbase is there, Cassandra is there. Like this, many options we have. Something called as non-relational, or I can say no SQL database. So there are few examples which I can give. It is MongoDB, and also we have Redis, Cassandra. These are few examples. These are few examples for non-relational database. Now, coming back to this, what is this non-relational or what is this relational? The question will be running in your mind. As I said, when it comes to the relational database, see, basically understand in the initial stage of answering in the interview, definitely they'll ask you these two types. But is that only two types are there? There are many: relational database, no, that is non-relational database, in-memory database, cloud database, graph database, object-oriented database, hierarchical database, multimodal, like many databases are there. But you being a fresher and you belong to testing or the development into a, basically you are just learning one part of it. So this is more than sufficient. Okay, why I told the other set is, if somebody by mistake also asks you, like, speak about cloud database, you should not make the faces there. Means you can just convey them. Like, I have understood about these two databases or these two types. You can ask me the questions like this. So convey it very politely in the interview. Never say, no, I don't know this. Never say, I don't know in the interview. That is the first key point which I would like to give to everyone. Most of them do that. That is the reason I'm telling it. So when we have this Oracle, basically the whatever the relational database we are learning, right? It is something like this. We have a few relationship schemas will be there. That is what, like, by only in the first day, if I speak more about it, lot of confusion will be there. But forget about everything. What is a keyword here? It says relational. Relational means what? Means some relationship will be there. Enable closed tab, you can see this transcript. Okay, I think the recording is on, right? Yeah. So what I was supposed to, like, as I mentioned, in the relational database, ma'am, how the relationship is there? Like, what kind of relationship? Only by first day, if I speak everything, nothing you will get to know, because what I want to make you understand is one by one, by writing the query, by seeing the schemas, diagrams, you will get to know. That is the reason I'm telling it. Basically, if I have to tell, structured or maybe a relational database means there is something like structured. Okay, after this, the one maybe if I say primary, then if I say secondary or the foreign key, there is some relationship between them. Ma'am, what is primary key, what is secondary key? That also you don't know. That is the reason I'm not making one point points here, but just as a basic level, if you don't know anything, understand it in this way. Relational means some relationship will be there between the tables. By seeing the schemas, schema is nothing but the entire chart, the complete database chart. Suppose if I say university exam, university or student's result, what will be their student name, will be their student marks, will be their students grade, will be their students rank, will be there. How many students, like year by year, 2023 set of students details will be there, 2022 set of students will be there, And for each of them, their parents' details also will be there. Any arrears, that one in one table which would be there. Means like this, there would be a relationship between the tables. So that once we understand about the relationships and all, one by one I'll explain. Okay. Next, coming back to this, the other side, non-relational database. Here, there is no relationship like this. It goes in the unstructured format. To understand this unstructured format or non-relational database management system, you have to know few part of this. So only as of now, I will not go to this right hand side, but example, you should know. Okay. Getting it? So on this, I'll just give few points. I'll just say here the main. I'll share this notes just for reference. Have a look on this. What I'll be typing. Just concentrate. The main difference between RDMS, that is Relational Database Management System, and non-relational database management system is that relational database management system stores data in a structured format. I will be sharing this note, so do not worry. But in case of non-relational or RDMS, that is non-relational database, stores the data in an unstructured data format, or just format I'll give. Okay. And for the RDMS, we have Oracle. Many are there. One example I'm giving for this MongoDB. I'll tell. So what is this unstructured? Maybe in case of unstructured data, I can say, your music files, audio files, video files, image, text documents, all this I cannot tell. It should be in this format only. They are formatless. They have their own certain set of structures. If I give the structure, and every tune in the music files should be same. No, it is not structured. It is unstructured format. So there is certain things which we have to understand about this structured and unstructured. It is like not organized and all. Data will be organized, but the way they are being created will be unstructured. So that is what will in a detail we will understand one by one. So as of now, with the definition, this is sufficient. Now coming back to the databases which I have told, there are several types which I have mentioned. So let me just go back to the diagram. Or maybe it would be good that if I just share few notes on this, then you can refer to that and come back. If you come back, then I'll discuss. Okay, I'll be sharing one note today based on this RDMS, non-RDMS, not the other points of this, whatever I have orally told, and few examples for that. I just don't want to waste my time like only by typing the things here and all. Already the typed notes is there. I will share that. But your duty is that 10 minutes of your next few minutes, or maybe tomorrow before joining, I want you to go through it. But whether you go through those points or not doesn't matter, because however I'll be explaining with an example in the session tomorrow. You have to install the software and come back to the session tomorrow. Your major duty for today is that you should install it. If you don't install, tomorrow I'll be explaining or writing many queries one by one. Nothing you'll understand. When you see, I'm telling you, SQL is very easy. When you see, you feel, oh, it is so easy. I can do anything. But if you just give some gap and try to write the queries, no, you'll get confused. Oh, I should write the table name first, or I should write the star name. All this confusion will come. So to avoid that, there is a session will be something like this. First initial 15 minutes only I'll speak. Next 45 minutes, whatever we have, it is completely practical. You have to type check in your systems. Is it clear? If you have already installed, well and good, no issues. Help out your friends who put up doubts or confusions. Please utilize your groups to clear your doubts. If nobody are addressing, nobody are speaking, I don't feel so. Everybody will definitely address, even after telling this much. If they are not responding, I don't know what to tell. But if they are not responding and if they are telling something wrong, I'll pinch in, I'll address the doubts. Okay. So others who have the doubts, I would just go through your chart. What is SQL Server Management Studio? SQL servers. Where is it? In the Oracle, are you asking, or is it the MS SQL Server you are asking? Shanku Malik, please respond. In the .NET, in the C#, whatever the database we will be using, it is a SQL Server. Okay. I am unable to download. Why? Whatever error message you are getting to download, please share it in a group. Let me check that. Then what is, ma'am, 2 type or 3 type, relational, non-relational, and the cloud database? I didn't get your question. Who is this? Shashi Sharan? What is your doubt? Okay, you're asking, is that 2 types or 3 types? No. Majorly 2 types only you should discuss. And even in interview, if you're going, 2 types only. If you're going for an interview of data engineer, then you have to, there are certain types. Maybe you can ask me personally, I'll help you out for that. There are nearly 8 types in the database types. 9, I guess. Yeah, almost 9. But then you can understand about it. Okay. Others, any doubts in the installation process? I hope tomorrow, like how many 67 students who have there for the today's session will install and will be ready with their systems to start with the SQL gaming is what I'll tell. Everybody will be ready to take up the challenges. Let me see who will execute the queries tomorrow. Take it as a challenge. So just think this way. Next 15 days or 14 days, whatever sessions will be there, you have to be thorough in that. I don't want anybody to like, miss that. That is the reason. No, it is your responsibility, right? If you don't understand today, if you have not gone through today's recording, tomorrow there would be a lot of confusions. So never make that mistake. Just because of you are missing it out, you will waste other students' time also. Where the other students would have been understood the concepts, and again, if I have to reiterate, it is just a simply waste of time. You personally, like one-on-one, we can have it. But only once request to everyone: if you have missed today's class, before coming tomorrow, you have to complete and come. This is the only requirement which I have. Whatever questions or whatever I would tell, you should follow. You should complete and come. Send me the screenshots. I'll take next half an hour break. Post 9 o'clock, I will see the charts. Okay. Put it in a group. I'll check what is the issue. I'll address it. Is that clear to all? Okay, that's great. So tomorrow, as usual, at 7 o'clock, let's all meet. So let's start playing games in the SQL. Let me see who will win, who will lose, everything. Okay, so we'll have a great night. Let's all meet tomorrow. Thank you.